My name is Joe, and I review movies. I just got back from seeing Valerian, A City of a Thousand Planets, directed by Luc Besson, starring Dana DeHaan and Cara Delevingne. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. The movie ran about 2 hours and I think 30 minutes long, and I have to admit, it felt 2 hours and 30 minutes long. And the reason it felt like that is because they had a lot of unnecessary plot points in this movie that I thought it almost felt like filler. This movie gave me the impression that it was more or less a television show turned into a movie, and I'm not really sure why they did that. They may have done this story a lot better had they put it on NBC, maybe the Sci-Fi channel, and split it up in maybe a week-long, series or something to that effect. Nevertheless, we have a movie here that pretty much throws a lot of things in your face that don't really need to be there. I mean, for a TV show that would have been fine, but for this, it was just a little bit too much. The story pretty much goes around this immense space station that started, in the orbit of Earth, and the space station started growing and growing with the coming of all these species. They would just, latch on to the space station with their spaceships, and then more spaceships, and this thing just grew exponentially till it got so big that it could not stay in Earth's orbit. That way it had to fly away and, venture out into the galaxy. And that's pretty much where our story begins. And you have two agents here, Agent Valerian and Agent Laureline. They're like, it's almost like a cop buddy sci-fi movie. I mean, I get it, but then they were supposed to be lovers, I guess. I don't know if I bought that. They were cops, they were buddies, but they were lovers, and he wanted to marry her at one point. I didn't really buy that aspect of it. I think that story would have been served better had they just stayed more or less, stuck with the buddy aspect of the movie. I would have bought that a lot better. The special effects in the movie, anything to dealing with buildings, spaceships, and just an overall environment like the, the worlds, they look great. I mean, they were a pleasure to look at. I can't deny that. I mean, it was just a lot of eye candy. I can't say that it wasn't. But every once in a while, you'd come across a CGI creature standing in front of one of the actor and actresses that just didn't hold up to scrutiny. I mean, it was one fight scene that he had to fight all these CGI characters, and I can only imagine that either he was fighting nothing, or maybe he was fighting some guys in green screen. And it almost looked like he was fighting nothing. It just did not look like a true fight. So I was like, I didn't really feel it. I was more or less like, okay, yeah, let's just get through this and get to the next part of the story. So yeah, there's that. The sound was great. The actors and actresses themselves, they actually did a good job. I bought their performance. I mean, I thought it was nice. I didn't buy the story. It was a lot of exposition in the story, which was pretty much needed for the audience. Oh, okay, they got to explain what's going on to us, so we'll know what the heck's going on. But it was a little bit too much of that every once in a while. I was like, sometimes you just need to let the audience figure stuff out on their own. But I get it. Sometimes you just got to explain some stuff too. It had a weird ending, almost like a Scooby-Doo ending. If you watched Scooby-Doo when you were a kid, I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those crazy kids. And yeah, I mean, I'm not really spoiling anything for you, but that was pretty much the movie. Can I recommend this movie to family and friends? Yeah, I can recommend it to sci-fi enthusiasts. That's it. I can't really say, hey, you guys need to go see this movie. It's a good movie. I'm not going to tell you that. This is one of those ones you probably should just wait for it to hit Netflix or Amazon Prime and, watch it in the comfort of your own home. I mean, when I see a movie like this, it's pretty much, I go see these movies so you don't have to. I'm going to rate this movie 6 out of 10 at most, and that's it. The reason being, it was too long, a little bit too much exposition, and this probably would have been served better as just a TV, like a Netflix series or something to that effect. Would have went over real well, not as a feature film. This is based off of a book, but there's that. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for visiting my channel. I truly appreciate it. Hit that like button and that subscribe button. Thank you, and take care of yourself.